Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the final word. Manchester United 2, Everton 1. Our winning run has come to an end. I am joined by Les Roberts. Haven't seen him for a while.
Nice to be back, Les.
You know, give him his big break, and he disappeared and defected to other things.
I've not defected.
Well, I just keep seeing you popping up everywhere else, not here. Now, joined by Les. Les, obviously, a bit disappointing. You were supposed to come in last week and you couldn't, and it would have been a much nicer show.
It would have been, yeah.
What's your overriding feeling?
Considering we got beat, I'm not too downhearted about it.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's going to be a lot like this season. We're going to get beat.
Yeah.
We're going to get beat by lesser teams than ourselves, lesser teams than Man United. I think it's about performance, and I think that although we didn't play particularly well, and United didn't play particularly well, we never looked like we were going to capitulate. Like we did how many times last season, like Arsenal at home, Arsenal away, United away.
Yeah.
So I think for me that was a massive positive. So I'm not too downbeat about the result. I think a draw would have been fair because I say neither team did enough to win that game.
It's a tough one when we go to these places because our record there is horrendous. Our record at the top six is horrendous.
It's 2 wins at Old Trafford, isn't it? Since '92, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, which is the 3-0 and the 1-0.
3-0, yeah.
Jesus.
So
it's grim, like, isn't it?
Well, we've got a few of them, haven't we? We've got Chelsea,
Yeah.
no win there since '94. Liverpool, '99.
Arsenal,
96.
Yeah.
So they're not very good records, are they? You know, we've won once in the last 6 years or something at a top six side, so that was the Oviedo thing. But it's going to take time to turn that round, and I don't know, maybe I got ahead of myself this weekend because I thought we could go there and win. I really did. Or I thought, but like I said in my reaction, the biggest thing I wanted to see this weekend was a performance from us. I wanted us to play with a fluidity, and I just don't think we did it, and that's frustrated me more than the defeat, to be honest with you.
There was something just didn't click on the day, did it? I don't know what it was, but it just didn't click on the day. But I think to go to Old Trafford and not put in a performance that did us justice, really, and to still create that many chances, it's a bit mad, isn't it? It's like it's definite progress because we're going there, we're having shots, we're getting crosses into the box. They weren't always the best crosses in the world, but it's creating chances, which is something we didn't do any last season, did we?
No.
Really, we go to these places and we'd just be like, right, let's just sit back and then get to 70 minutes and see what happens then. We're actually actively going at these teams now, which we did at Arsenal as well, so it is going to take time, and we have all got to be patient, so you just got to take the positives, haven't you, from...
Oh God, listen, he was good to his word. He said on Friday in the press conference we're going there to win.
Yeah.
And we went there to win, and ultimately when you're playing against teams you've got quality like Manchester United, sometimes you're undone. I mean, we were undone at Arsenal with a worldie from Lacazette to get it going, and then obviously John Moss stepped in and Aubameyang was 52 yards offside.
It's the same yesterday, wasn't it?
You know,
we got done by a worldie and a terrible decision.
A dodgy decision. So, I mean, I thought we started okay. I thought we were, I wouldn't say the better side, but I thought it was quite even. It was Stephen.
Yeah.
They were coming forward, breaking it down. It was breaking. We were doing the same. We had that lovely little move where Bernard does a little flick and clips it across, and Richarlison needs to be a bit stronger there, goes down. You know, and they were panicking a little bit every time we broke forward. They looked uncomfortable. Couple of wrong decisions when we got in the final third. They had the same at Martial. Got in a couple of times and we defended well, or they made the wrong decision and it enabled the chance to go. So kind of 25 minutes in or whatever it was was even, wasn't it? You couldn't split them.
No, there was nothing in it. As I said, I don't think either team stamped any authority on the game, so neither. It was just a bit tentative, wasn't it? And we were attacking and saying some bad decision making at both ends. So yeah, I think that was the frustrating thing, that when the game did turn for the penalty. I mean, even watching it, the dive just looked ridiculous, and for that alone, you got to be questioning it. But you look at his position there, and he's right directly behind, so he can't actually see that Garner gets a nick on the ball. And if he's not going to be up in the box with that, if he's not up with play, he's got to be getting in positions where he can get an angle to see what's going on. And he just didn't do it all game. He was just going from, I think I said yesterday, do you know, remember Sabuto?
Yeah.
Where you have the
You
little,
have the offside
lines.
Yeah.
He operates in that zone.
Between, yeah.
That's it. That's all he does.
Yeah.
He just jogs up and down.
When you're at a heat map and it's like the middle of the pitch, he just his heat map's just there.
Yeah.
It's neither penalty.
You know, if you're going to make decisions on penalties, it's not good enough, is it? You've got to be closer or at least have a good view of it.
Is there any sympathy for him at all
I don't think so,
in
no.
making the decision?
No, I mean, obviously, it's hard. It's a hard job, isn't it? But like we were saying before, they're well paid. No, so there's no real excuse. Back when you used to have like a day job and you just do it at weekends for expenses and that, you could have more sympathy with them. But weirdly, they seem to be better. I don't know if maybe because the game's just a lot faster now.
But then then VAR needs to come in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The problem with VAR is you've got that tit there, McGallagher, keeps trying to defend referees every week. He said yesterday, Garner did get the ball, but it was a penalty.
How does that even work?
So I don't know the rules anymore.
No?
I honestly don't know the rules of the game anymore, because if you get the ball, how is it still a penalty?
Yeah.
And if he goes down after the collision, throws himself, that was diving.
Yeah.
The problem for me from an Everton point of view is we give the ball away cheaply on the edge of their box. Walcott's touch is terrible and they break on us. Now Garner engages Martial on the touchline. Now for me, that's where he should commit the foul. If he's going to make the challenge, that's where it should be. He backs off, and then commits the challenge inside the box.
Yeah.
Now, when it got to that point, I don't think he had to commit the challenge, because he was stride for stride.
Yeah, just stand him up.
With Marshall to run with him.
Yeah.
And get a I don't know why he waited till Lent to put the leg out.
Yeah.
So from our point of view, and I think this is what Marco Silva will focus on, is that challenge doesn't need to be made there. If you're going to make it outside the box. When he's in the box, just jockey him to the
bad decision making again.
Poor decision making. The flip side to that is the referee. We had them at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay? And at Arsenal, there was a few decisions, even in the first half. There could have been a red card, they could have had him, little fella, sent off, diving in, poor challenge on Luca Dean in the first half. They'd have been down to 10 men. As the game went on, Arsenal scored a worldie, and then the Aubameyang thing. Now I know people have said, but the linesman, the referee, it's an assistant referee.
Yeah.
The referee should overrule him and say he's offside.
Yeah.
He's offside when it was gone through, and he didn't, because, like you said, he's 30 yards further back.
Yeah.
Because he can't keep up with play. And it's the consistency that I can't get my head around now. And whether I want to say corruption, but there's no kind of...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not... If people believe it's a fair playing field in a £1 billion industry when the Premier League wants to protect its brands, and the chief of the Premier League, ex-chief now, came out and said we have to make sure these brands finish in the top four, so we have to help them.
Yeah. That's
the way it is, because they bring the money in. If you believe that those referees aren't influenced by these clubs, then you are really living in unicorns and cotton land.
It's just on a sort of basic human level for the referee, isn't it? If he's under pressure from people at the Premier League because they're saying this kind of thing, and then you go to Old Trafford and you've got the crowd there and you've got Mourinho in the dugout, you just want an easy life. You just want to do your job and get off at the end of the game, don't you? You don't want everyone
it just makes it, it makes me it does make me raise an eyebrow and think, why do people believe that it's they want to believe that these referees are straight down the middle. Mark Halsey said you're told. He's actually come out and said you are told to favour the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United and Arsenal and Chelsea, because they're the big clubs who bring the money in. So it blows my mind when people go, no, why would they do it to Everton? Well, I'll tell you why they would do it to Everton, because Everton are the threat.
Yeah.
Everton are the threat to that top six. Everton have got bucket full of money. Man City don't get anywhere near the decisions they should get, because Man City weren't the original. Man City, like it or not, still don't bring the big bucks in.
No.
They may do in another 5 minutes. City have crashed the party and they have to put up with them.
Yeah.
They have to put up with them because City are big enough to go past that, and they got Pep, so they get few decisions. But
do you think then there's an onus on the club now? Because if you look at like pretty much every away game we've had this season, bar Leicester, there's been a terrible decision against us, hasn't there? So Wolves, it was Jagielka. Bournemouth, 50-50. Richarlison was a knobhead, but
No, but okay.
you know, it was.
Take the Richarlison thing, right? I didn't think it was a sending off just because I think Francis drew him in, right? But he did put his head towards him, so that letter of the law, it's violent conduct. He should have gone. So fair enough. I've got no issue then with the red card. Fair enough. We get on with that.
Yeah.
But there was a penalty on.
Tosin should have had a penalty.
We should have had 2 penalties. There's one in the first half.
Oh,
I think it's on
Coleman.
Seamus Coleman.
Yeah, we get chopped.
2-footed tackle in the box, straight red. Should have been a straight red. It wouldn't have been because it was a penalty. It should have been a penalty. Didn't give it. Then he gives Leighton Baines penalty, which, let's be honest, there was not. Callum Wilson.
It was a marginal.
Was very clever. Threw himself over. And then Tosin gets dragged down. Now, if he gives Wilson, fair enough. If he goes, it's a foul, penalty. You go, okay. But then Tosin gets dragged down the box, wrestled to the floor, no penalty.
Even at home, Tosin gets chinned against Huddersfield.
Tosin gets punched by Billing at home, doesn't look at the ball, just smacks him full in the face. That's a penalty, no decision. West Ham, Musaka nearly takes Walcott's head off, full studs, back of the skull. Nothing.
Mad.
Then Sigurdsson at 2-1, ball gets pulled back, Gylfi Dunn's into side footed it, Noble, 2 hands in his back, Stonewall penalty, not given. You know, then we go to Arsenal. 46 yards offside. You know, so people can go, oh, yeah, but you're just moaning about referee. But when you've had 6 or 7 big decisions in 10 games.
I'd forgotten about the home ones, because you think it seemed like it was just happening away, but yeah, you're right, it's at home as well, so it's
Palace.
Like, it's every game.
Hang on, Palace, Zaha, 9 fouls,
didn't get booked.
Never booked. Goes down for a penalty. You know, he's the biggest diver in the game now.
I was amazed that we never had the player sent off, though. I thought it was nailed on for Everton to be like, have the first player sent off for fouling Zaha.
It's just utterly ridiculous. He dived all afternoon. Referee didn't say a word to him. Committed foul after foul. The scissor tackle on Coleman, and Coleman jumped out the way and then went back to him. That should have been a booking immediately. Well, you know, it's embarrassing. And then you go away and you're getting these kind of decisions.
Does the club then have to come out and just start saying, this has happened, this has happened? I'm not talking about like Rafa's list, but like,
I just think,
you know, start calling them out. I
think you should highlight it and just go, we've had some terrible decisions against us, and you know, and I'd make you think of it. I would. And some people won't like it and go, stop highlighting the. No,
but it's come to that. It's not.
It's got to be. You've got to, because why? Why should we shut up? Why? You know, Liverpool, United, but Klopp went bitching last season, and next minute they got about 15 penalties on the run. You know, Zaha's done it the week. Got a penalty, dived again at the weekend to get a penalty, or a soft penalty at Everton. You know, it's a big thing. Will Martial be pulled up?
No.
Over that, and the Ash got publicly cascaded last season for nothing. Will Martial? No, not nobody said, because he was entitled to go down. And it just winds me up when people go, well, you know, you need to forget about you can't when it's directly affecting every single game. If it's once in a blue moon, they make mistakes and you go, bad decision. That, you know, we have to get on with it. Yeah, but it's.
I think, and when you say like the club should make something of it, it always comes back to me about Andy Johnson. That season when we didn't get a penalty because a couple of managers came out.
Wenger came out and said he dives.
And then was that the season we got a penalty at Newcastle at home on the last day? Was that season, wasn't it?
After that, I think. No, that year we didn't have a penalty.
We didn't have a penalty or season
the final.
Yeah.
I think it was a year later.
All right.
But the Johnson one, we'd had a few penalties because he had been wellied, and then we played. We had Arsenal away, and Wenger said on the Friday, didn't he?
Yeah.
He dives. And he got side down in the first 2 minutes at Arsenal at the Emirates when he was through. Didn't get a penalty.
Yeah. And I think Warnock came out and said the same.
The week later we had Sheffield and they kicked him up and down the pitch. Yeah. And he should have had about 4 penalties, and Warnock said, well, that's what he does, he dives. And then after that, we didn't get a penalty.
Yeah, nuts.
And that was when, in the end, Moyes went to the FA and showed them there was 11 penalty incidents. And the fella from the FA come out and said 9 of the 11 were definite penalties, and 2 of the other 11 could have been given penalties. So there was 11 incidents there that year that Everton didn't get penalties. And if Everton would have got them, they would have jumped 3 places into the top 4, I think. That year, that's where they would have finished.
There you go.
Right, but there'll be some of our fans who will be like, no, let's just play by the rules.
No.
Yeah, alright, because everyone else is playing by the rules, aren't they? Yeah,
that's it.
Anyway, back to the game. Referee rant over. Back to the game. So, he gives the penalty. That run-up.
There was a thing on Twitter last night about Usain Bolt run 100 metres quicker. Than
she should have been booked for that, to me, because that, to me, without going Mike Parry, that to me is the same as fainting before you take a penalty.
Yeah.
It's stopping and letting the keeper dive and then knocking, which you're not allowed to do. Why are you doing that stupid?
That's bad, isn't it? I was gutted he got
I'd
that
have took the book and I'd have ran up and wellied him before he got a chance to kick in and just let the referee book me. Pickford makes a brilliant save.
Yeah.
And it could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
And it went back to him so that he didn't even have to break stride.
I know.
You
can't even blame the defenders there because he just had the yards
on. He's on the run, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's on the run. It was a brilliant save.
It was a great save.
You know, and with Pickford, you'd always think he's got a chance to save.
Well, the good thing about that is it's another penalty save, regardless of the fact he netted the rebound.
Well, he hadn't scored a penalty. It's just a goal.
Yeah, it's a goal.
So
it's another penalty save. So every time now we get a penalty against us, the striker, whoever it is going to be thinking.
Just that seed of doubt.
Yeah.
Makes you frustrated for that fucking Carabao Cup, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And you think if he was.
That's all it needed. That was the one change. The one change.
We still matched them stride for stride. I mean, Sigurdsson had the header. He was unlucky just because it was a good move, but his header was straight at the Gea, where if he would have been able to
just there.
He'd have had that, we might have scored. We had a Gomez, we had the corner, which one of our players headed at the goal in the first half. I couldn't believe it. The cross coming and Gomez headed it. And it blew me mind.
Yeah, unheard of that.
Blew me mind. But yeah, so we had that. We had a couple of half chances where, Richarlison had one, bent one, didn't he? Which was De Gea made the save from, didn't he?
Yeah, he did,
save. So we were causing them a threat. They were worried. It was the best game I've ever seen Lindelof have.
Oh, yeah.
Fella who normally looks like he's running in quicksand.
Yeah.
All of a sudden looked like he could run.
Yeah.
So we went in at half time, 1-0, and you're thinking, you know what? Although they kept putting that stat up on the telly of when they've scored first, they hadn't lost a game for 9 million years or something at Old Trafford. Berserk.
Yeah.
And when Marino's led at half time, they've won they drew 2 and won about 400 games. So you were thinking, all right, well, we know it's going to break the record, don't we? We know we're going to. But you're looking and going, well, if we get out here in the second half, get at them, we can put them under pressure because they're not great at home. I watched them against Newcastle the other week. They were horrendous.
Oh, they were terrible.
Should have been 5 or 6 down at half time.
Yeah.
Newcastle are terrible and can't score. And we come out in the second half and I felt we were just getting a foothold. And just quickly, Garner had been booked in that first half, and then right on half time, John Moss had a word with him and Coleman. He said no more. I was amazed he came out for the second half. I really was, because when Garner can't challenge,
that's his game gone, isn't it?
60-70% of his game gone.
Yeah.
So I thought Gomez played quite well. He's not as effective as he was the week before, but he's still good, and there was one there, I think someone put it on Twitter, where he gets the ball and he passes it and he gets it back and he blows past 3, lays it wide, and then he gets the header at the end of it, and it wasn't a great header, but you're like, that's what you need, that's your middays.
You think when he gets up to speed with his fitness and that, he's going to be something else, isn't he?
Oh, that Valencia, Gary Neville said about him, didn't he? He said he was brilliant at Valencia, he's got everything, so we can get him permanently. If he can get to that level and we can keep him, it'd be fantastic. But they scored the second goal 3 minutes after half time. It was a great finish.
Oh, it was a brilliant finish, but you can't. Martial, he's so good at that. You can't.
Well, that's his game.
Yeah, you can't let him do that. I think the whole.
We were too weak on the edge of the box, weren't we, on Pogba? That was the thing.
Yeah.
He went past 3 men like they weren't there. Yeah. And again, that because he goes past Garner and Garner just lets him go. And you're thinking, if Garner's
if he's not on the book,
he's not on the book, and I'm not saying he'd have fouled him, but he'd have been all over him like he
made it
and he wasn't. He glanced past him.
It was a massive, the right hand side, the whole game was just poor.
Yeah.
And I think when he hits that shot,
Walcott's nowhere to be
Walcott's jogging back, Coleman's pointing at him.
Coleman's pointing at him to say Walcott.
Because he's caught between, he's got the striker there, so he's sort of caught between the two, but he's pointing to Walcott to say get him, and Walcott's trotting back. It's like
basic, that is.
Yeah, and it's weird with Walcott now because his form's dropped off pretty badly, I think. And you think when he first came in, he was doing a lot of tracking back, wasn't he? He was doing a lot of helping out defensively, which he just doesn't seem to be doing now.
You don't know whether that's instructions.
Well, it might be, mightn't it? Yeah, if you know, if he's in that front three.
But there's got to be a balance there. He's got to help Seamus out.
You've got to take responsibility yourself, haven't you? Like, you know, just from playing at any level. If you're by someone and you've got the ball and they're attacking your goal, you just go for them, don't you?
There's got to be a desire.
You don't worry about where you are after you've made the tackle or that. You've just got to get that ball.
Because there's got to be a desire to keep the ball out your net.
Yeah.
To stay in the game. And it doesn't matter if you're a centre forward. Richarlison does it.
Yeah.
Richarlison's running back in the 90th minute, sliding to keep a ball in and flick it away.
It's just basic,
it's
isn't it?
in his game. And you know, I'm not one to say, oh, Coleman's got to go now. I've seen people say... what I would say with Seamus is his form is worrying me at the moment. It's not defensively, because let's be honest, he's never been a great defender, Seamus.
He's always had the pen with him, hasn't he?
He's always had that. I think he's blind in one eye because he never sees anyone. Yeah. Well, all our right backs don't seem to know what's behind. He's never been a great defender, but his real strengths are his determination and his attacking prowess. And what's worrying me more than anything with him is his lack of interest in getting past.
He's reluctant to go forward.
He just doesn't want to go forward. Yeah. And it's like, that's your game. The way we talk about Garner with not putting tackles in this game, Seamus' massive strength has been his desire to burst through.
Get to the line, knock it
Too
over.
often now he gets it and he stops and
turns
and passes it back, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like...
That's not your... No, it's probably just confidence. When he's confident, he'll get his head up and he'll run. Like, I don't buy into this, he's lost a yard, like people do.
No.
I don't think he has. I don't... He'll naturally won't be as quick as he was at 22, but there won't be such a drop-off because of the injury, because there won't be. Because that's all monitored. All of that speed and everything. I think he said himself he's running at the speed he was before. It's up here, and that'll be probably confidence. The same with, I think, with Walcott.
Yeah,
I think the both of them are lacking in confidence, and it's not helping us.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's like the sort of plays if Coleman would have scored that shot he had, which he should have. He did save it, didn't he? He did. But it was going over.
His hands above the bar when he saves it.
If he gets that goal, he goes up another level for the rest of the game there, and then that probably carries on into the next game. He needs something like that, I think, doesn't he? Same with Walcott as well. He's
missed a few chances lately.
I mean, just keep him in and keep his confidence up and gradually put Luckman in as we've been doing.
I think everyone... I don't know.
Because I was looking at the game yesterday and thinking, well, would we be better with Tosin up front now, put Richarlison out wide again? But it's like, it's only been 3 games maybe. And he's not had the impact in the last 2 that he did against Leicester.
Me worry with Richarlison as a striker, and it's like anyone playing a new role, you've got to get used to it.
Yeah.
You've got to, but his runs aren't natural at the moment.
Yeah.
So that coaching will come with that. So it's whether you persist with that, whether you use him back where he knows the game and he knows his role and he's a threat. So do you keep a centre forward who knows how to play the game and can finish in Cenk Tosun?
Yeah.
Or do you try and convert Richarlison? Then what do you do with Bernard?
Yeah, that's it. Then if
so there's all the conundrums, isn't it? Because it's you can look at it in isolation and just go, it was Man United away. Better teams than us may lose at Man United. I don't know. Liverpool lost there last year, didn't they? And things like when Liverpool were flying, they went to Old Trafford and they lost. And people then can go, well, United aren't playing well. Doesn't matter. Everything starts somewhere, doesn't it? It's a game at the end of the day. So you can read too much into it sometimes and go, right, he needs to be changed and he needs to be changed.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll just leave it again for the weekend and see how it goes. And then if they don't perform against Brighton, then it might be time to look and go, right, let's have a little think. Listen, we've got the best manager for doing that. He'll be looking all the time. If he's not happy with it, he'll change it. Yeah. And that's what it is. Whatever level you played at, your manager would always say to you, keep it tight for this first 10 minutes of the second half. Don't lose another goal because you stay in the game. And within 3 minutes we're 2-0 down, you know, and it's like, then we get in with Bernard. The great ball by, I think, Sigurdsson, as he puts him through, or Richarlison. Sigurdsson
I can't remember who it was.
I think it's Gylfi.
He did everything right, getting round
and
the
he
keeper.
gets in, he draws De Gea. Should he have squared it to Walcott?
He should have just scored it, I think. I think he just lost his composure at that second when he hit it, because
I think he still had a second. He still had
He could have had another
nearly
touch.
second to have another touch.
Yeah, he could have
and it
done.
would have opened the goal up for him then. Maybe could have even used his right foot.
yeah, he probably should have squared it. He had two opportunities
I think the first one.
Yeah.
I've seen someone going, he couldn't have passed it on the first one. Well, he could have.
Yeah, he could.
Because he could have just played it ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then Richarlison had
His Walcott one.
Walcott would have ran in and just had an open goal. Once he commits the Gea, then I think he should take another touch, because the keeper's flat out on the floor. Then he could have squared it or just whipped it with his right foot if you lift it.
I think he just panicked a bit, didn't he? He'd done basically all the hard work to get round the Gea like that and floor him. It's just that frustrating, and you're thinking, oh man, we gotta get editing here.
But then we go and get a penalty. It's another good ball through.
Too small, he should have gone. Or by the same token, I think Garner should have gone there as well.
This is the thing, no, isn't it? I don't know.
Because that would have given the game about 15, 18 minutes with them down to 10 men, including the injury time. So that's a long time.
Like 20
when we're
minutes, yeah.
when we're piling the pressure on there. That's a long time.
Yeah, the Ghana one.
No, the Garner one wasn't reckless.
No.
Well, it wasn't even a foul. The smaller one was quite reckless.
And he beat
booked. Yeah, the way he slid in.
And he took him out.
Yeah.
So Richarlison was in on goal. And he took him out.
He proper wiped him out, yeah.
So
he
went. Don't get me wrong. He went for the ball. He didn't just. I don't think he just went to take him out. He went for the ball, but he caught him. Now outside the box, he'd have been booked.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Someone might look and go, well, it's classed as double jeopardy. But I think it's only a red card. That's double jeopardy. You can't have it.
It's a second yellow.
It's a second yellow. He should have been sent. I think Ashley Young should have been sent off personally in the first half for the jumping on. I think it was Luca Dean. He just come right through the back of him.
Yeah.
Wasn't in control.
Yeah.
Now if you're sending Jagielka off, that to me was
that's been the thing all season, hasn't it? You look back, and with every week that passes, you look back at that Jagielka challenge and you're thinking, how did he get sent off for that?
Just berserk, and then they moved the ball 10 yards forward.
Yeah.
But Gylfi stepped up. It was a fantastic penalty.
That was a great penalty.
Pen.
I wasn't happy the way Richarlison was keeping the ball. Like I wanted, get off, lad, beat it.
But he gave him the Al thing. Gylfi stepped up and he slotted it.
Yeah, it was a lovely penalty.
And then we had to go again, and the manager again, fair play to him, straight away, 2 strikers on. I think they were coming on anyway.
Yeah,
and he didn't.
You know what? I think he was about 5-10 minutes late with them.
He was.
He could have done it a bit earlier.
Was. If we're being critical, he probably should have done it earlier. So we just didn't really create anything of significance after that, despite having them pegged in their box. They brought large undies on, didn't he? And he didn't really do anything. He just walked around, didn't he? He had that one header which Keane should have done. Why Keane left him, I don't know.
Yeah.
Him and Zuma both made.
Didn't he?
Yeah, didn't go anywhere near the goal. And Zuma had his one, instead of passing it, tried to play his way out and took it off and put Martial through. Let's talk about Pickford.
He's great.
He was absolutely fantastic. He's made a couple of majestic saves there yesterday.
Yeah.
I think the one-on-one from Martial.
That was brilliant. The way he stood up.
And stood up.
Yeah, it's like, right, where are you going with that?
Put the doubt in his mind.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And he's I love him.
When he went up at the end, it was just like, oh, come on, this would be the dream.
Imagine if it come and it's just left foot scissor, because he wouldn't put it past him to laser one top him.
No, I reckon we should give him the penalties as well now. He wants to take him, doesn't he?
No. But like you say, we've lost the game, and it is what it is, and we will have these moments. We know we're still very early, but 10 games into a project.
Well, we're in a position now where the next 4 or 5 games, it could literally be win 1, lose 1, draw 1, lose 1.
Yeah.
We could lose half the games in this next run of fixtures. But I think so long as we just don't cave in, or we just show steady progress at each ground, which won't be hard on last season, to be honest. But I think we just show steady progress in each game, I don't think we can't get caught up with the results too much. We're probably going to have some frustrating ones at home. Brighton, we should be looking at an easy win there, or as easy as you can get. We might draw it. It happened against Huddersfield.
Don't say it.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's going to happen, isn't it? We're going to have off days at home as well in games like that. So
depress me, lad.
I'm trying to finish on a positive here.
Yeah,
we're going to win a lot now. That's it.
That if we can be a couple of wins off the top 6 in January, then we're doing very well. We're doing all right for this season. And I look at Bournemouth and they're a good side, but once they have some injuries, their form will tail off. Watford are flying, but again, the same. I mean, although Gracias came out yesterday and said they've got the best squad in the Premier League by a mile. All right, lad, keep smoking what you're smoking. Watford will hit a brick wall, I assume, because outside the top 6, we have got the best squad, comfortably.
Without doubt. So,
as long as we stay in around that, I mean, we're a point behind United, aren't we?
Yeah.
So,
that's it.
Hang on to their coattails, because they're going to win games and knacker other teams up and things like that. So that's really all we've got to look at and keep building that progress. The manager, his message he'll get across to the players every week. They do more training, he'll build, and then January he'll come and, we might bring another couple of additions in, maybe another centre forward. I think Niasse will go out the door. Maybe Schneidlin will go out the door, maybe a couple of others. Might bring another midfield player in, another centre forward, another defender, we don't know. And we'll be in good shape for the second half of the season. That's all we've got to do. Got to try and, if the progress is there, which it is, like you just said, last year 5-1 at Arsenal, we lost 2-0 and should have won the game. Well, had chances to win the game, should have got something out of it. We should have probably got something out of yesterday, or could have easily got something out of the game yesterday that we've lost. So we just got to make sure we win the games we win. Tottenham have made a career of it. Tottenham have made themselves an excellent side at losing away from home against the top 6. But beating everybody else and beating a couple of those sides at home.
That's all you've got to do.
And that's what we've got to try and do. Moyes done it. Moyes' record, whether we like it or not, Moyes' record away from home against the top 4 at the time wasn't very good at all. Well, it was terrible, really. But we beat them at home. We beat United at home. We beat Liverpool at home. We beat Arsenal at home. We beat Chelsea at home.
We did.
We beat all of them at home, and we beat a lot of the fodder as well. And so that always kept us up in the top 5 or 6, and that's not a shame.
If you lose at the top 6, you've only lost 18 points. So it's like.
So that's the thing.
As long as you pick up points everywhere else, you're doing all right. I think just look forward to going to the game again, because it's just a lot better this season.
Oh, it's miles better. And you'll listen, everyone, you want to win every game, and you get frustrated after every game that you don't win, and it gets you down sometimes. But you'd have to put into perspective, and you've got to look and go, you know what? Look at us now. Look where we're going, and we're just at the start of this. So fingers crossed. Let's smash Brighton. Let's not get too down about it. Let's hammer Brighton next week. It'll be a tough game. They're very good defensively, but again, the first goal's the key, isn't it? We get ahead, they have to come out of it. When they come out of it, we can play on the counter attack. And we can bish bash bosh them, beat them 5-0.
That'd be nice.
Be amazing.
Piss the Brighton cop off as well, wouldn't it?
But say 1-0 with a massive deflection. It doesn't bother me.
Either way.
It doesn't bother me. Big thanks to Les for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you want more videos, get over to Patreon. And see you soon on Toffee TV.